15. And I agree with Alex Rodriguez. You saw just how tough he was to pitch a 1-2-3 ninth after the heartbreak of the 8th. And now we're underway in the 10th, and it's Kyle Schwarber, who tonight is 2 for 4, and who has 5 career postseason home runs, all 5 last year. In his rookie year, you know what he's thinking. Hard hit, base hit. Leadoff man is on, and Schwarber pumping his fist down the first baseline. He's on to start the 10th. After the long layoff, Bryan Shaw, who came on in the top of the 9th, had to wait a 17-minute delay, and Schwarber now will be lifted for a pinch runner, Albert Almora. How about a 3-hit night for Kyle Schwarber?
Yeah, he's been unbelievable. The ball down, he gets to. The ball up, not so much. Shaw makes a mistake there. Tried to pitch him up. Got it into one of the sweetest swings on the Cubs lineup.
And there's the go-ahead run. Albert Almora. And the batter is the suddenly red-hot Kris Bryant, who has a hit, a walk, 2 runs scored tonight. Ball 1 missing. Now you're asking John for a lot out of Bryan Shaw, who came on in the 9th, had to sit during the bottom of the 9th, albeit a 1-2-3 frame, and then 17-minute delay.
Yeah, and the Indians will have all their resources going, and whatever Terry thinks are better matchups for particular hitters.
That pitch dangerously up, and Bryant fouls it back. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike.
At this point, Shaw is trying to will a ground ball. And when I say will it, you're talking about a great hitter who lifts the ball, and Bryant. So you have to make a great pitch that he reaches to hit on the ground. Otherwise, he could gap you.
Fought it off. Good pitch in on the hands at 96. And Bryant checks his bat to make sure there are no cracks. Strike 2. Bryant has gone back-to-back games with a home run last night, a 4-hit game. Two and 2.
I said earlier, the team that handles emotionally all the ups and downs will be better suited to win a game. You spend so much energy. Cubs got off to a great start. Up, thinking, counting outs, got their closer in. And then that energy gets zapped from you and it gets shifted to the other side. Well, that rain delay kind of puts it more at neutral. And now it's up to the Cubs to try and create stress for the Indians here on the road in extra innings.
Bryant on 2 and 2. High fly ball into center. Back is Davis. 1 step from the wall. Tagging is Almora with great base running. And into second with 1 out. Good heads-up base running off the bench for Albert Almora.
That was because somebody else, a little less experienced, would have think of rounding second and being prepared to score. But he saw the height of the ball, he saw Davis under it, and getting an extra base is more important than being able to potentially score if the ball is hit off the wall. That's a great read. A lot of people will be standing at second base getting ready to turn. And now he is at second base.
And now a hit can put the Cubs back on top with Rizzo and Zobrist coming up. And a meeting on the mound. The home plate umpire, Sam Holbrook, goes out to break it up.
Well, they're just choosing their poison. Which one do they want to pick? With a base open, they're not going to pitch to both of them. They're either going to pitch to Rizzo and get him out and walk Zobrist, in my opinion, to pace Russell. So figure out what Terry Francona wants to do.
Rizzo tonight hit by a pitch, an RBI single, and he will be intentionally walked. And the man who's trying to win rings in back-to-back seasons with two different teams, Kansas City a year ago, Chicago now, will be up with 2 on 1 out. Rizzo's gone 2 for 2 against Brian Shaw. His career numbers, so that I'm sure made the decision that much easier.
And that's respect right there. But I'll tell you one thing. Zobrist can handle a cutter from the left-hand side.
And he knows how to handle these spots. Came in red hot. Tonight, he's 0 for 4 with a run scored. Trying to deliver here in the 10th. Ball 1 from Shaw. Strike 1. The eyes of the world on Ben Zobrist. Strike 2.
Shaw has put 2, especially that one. Back door. Starts out, a ball catches the bottom right corner.
Zobrist spoils it. So they walk Rizzo. The go-ahead run at second. Zobrist, the veteran, up. The young shortstop Addison Russell on deck. Leadoff hit by Schwarber. Lifted for a pinch runner. Zobrist stands and base hit. Cubs will take the lead. Almora digging to the plate. Zobrist delivers 7-6 in the 10th.
Stays on the ball so well, does Zobrist. Tremendous bat control, and there's a man that I don't know if he thought he'd play a role in tonight's 7th game.
But he scores the go-ahead run, and John, it was his heads-up base running that really changed the complexion of this inning and led to the intentional walk to Rizzo and led to the opportunity for Zobrist.
I'm telling you, if 10 guys were on the base, I don't know if 7 of them would have done what he did. So he deserves a lot of credit for thinking about the scenario, reading the center fielder, and not getting carried away with the moment and wanting to get to a position to score earlier than it was called for.
Second intentional walk.
And there's the cutter. He tried to go back door. He stays on it, slaps it the other way. And the Cubs. Whew.
What a reaction by Rizzo, and now Miguel Montero. Montero has only one hit this postseason. He's 1 for 11. It was the game-winning grand slam in Game 1 of the NLCS at Wrigley. And here he is with the bases loaded, 1 out, trying to add to the lead. Remember, odds are against Chapman going back out there. But that'll be another decision for Joe Maddon. We've seen Edwards up in the bullpen. Who will be on the mound for Chicago in the bottom of this 10th? Right now, ball 1 to Montero.
Montero, another guy who can handle the cutter from the right-hander. Likes the ball coming into him out of the plate.
That's a foul ball.
That's exactly what Cleveland was looking for right there. It looks like that's the man right now that has Chicago on his rather slim but electric arm.
The 25-year-old. Chapman right now is in line for the win. A long way to go. And Montero would like to take the pressure off the rest of this 10th. That's a base hit. Rizzo scores. Zobrist is held. 8-6 Chicago.
Unfortunately, 2 left-handers that like the cutter, and you see him stay on it again. Let's see, 2 hits, 2 bases loaded situations.
And listen to those Cub fans who have paid a dear price to be inside this stadium tonight. All the noise they're making. And you can hear them in Murphy's all the way here in Cleveland. 10th inning, pitching change. Cubs by 2. He started the season in the bullpen. This postseason, he's made 4 starts, a record of 0-2. Lost game 5, John, 3-2 at Wrigley.
I think this matchup has a lot to do with the 4-seam fastball up, or 4-seam fastball with velocity against Hayward.
Bases loaded, infield in, and Hayward after the first pitch. Strike 1. The Indians in the bottom of this 10th will have Napoli, Ramirez, and Geyer. Getting into the area of the lineup for Cleveland. They've tied this game in the 8th. They're going to have to go to work again. But how big will this lead be?
Well, Schwarber getting the hit, just put a runner on, and then we saw the sac fly, and they weren't going to pitch to both Rizzo and Zobrist. They picked one. Zobrist made him pay.
Hayward swings at a terrible pitch that bounces in there, strike 2. It bounced 3 feet in front of the plate.
Well, he made his mind up he was going to go after that fastball that he thought he was getting.
Good block by Gomes to keep the ball at the plate and avoid a wild pitch. Hayward backed up at 0-2. And the infield is in. Teammates with 3 or more hits in a World Series game, Dexter Fowler and Kyle Schwarber join a list. George Brett and Darryl Motley for the Royals in '85. Willie Stargell and Omar Moreno for the champion Pirates in '79. Schwarber's hit started this uprising in the 10th. Hayward goes around and strikes out as Bauer bounces another in there. And a big strikeout for the second out of the inning.
the top curveball and getting ready for a fastball again. Hayward not recognizing it. He can't hold the swing. Baez' first pitch is going to be the whole key to this at bat. What does he do? What's he guessing? And does Bauer give him a first pitch fastball to get ahead and then spin the ball, or start him out with a breaking ball?
Remember last time Baez was up, Hayward had stolen second, moved to third on a throwing error by the catcher. The count had gone full, 3-2. They asked Baez to get a bunt down, and he fouled it for a strikeout. Carl Edwards still getting loose. Baez. Ball one inside from Trevor Bauer.
And I actually love the call. I thought it really was going to be a great element that he could create a bunt in the right area, and Hayward read it and just didn't get it down.
Bases loaded, 2 out, 2 runs home. 8-6 Cubs. Hittable, and Baez swung through it.
See, that's what he would have seen against Shaw, 3-2.
Talk about 3 catchers on the active roster for Joe Matt. Each catcher has an RBI tonight. As the Cubs have put up 8, including a home run by that man, David Ross, in his final big league game. Here's a 1-1. Strike 2. And Bauer came right after 95.
Seems like the more runners that get on, the bigger the swing. Trying to do way too much, trying to hit a 8-run homer instead of a grand slam.
Bases loaded, 2 out. The 1-2. This time Baez lays off the pitch that got Hayward. 2-2.
Good pitch selection and good choice. Problem is he threw a fastball way up high, so now the variance between the height of his swing and where that pitch ended up is really a lot bigger. Just a little bit higher of that curveball, and he can't stay off of it.
How big is the lead for the Cubs going to be? High fly ball into center for Davis. And a great job by Trevor Bauer to limit the damage to 2. Bottom of the 10th inning. Montero tacked one on. He flashes the signs for Carl Edwards Jr. We're about to find out about Carl Edwards Jr., the 25-year-old hard-throwing right-hander, looking for the 3 biggest outs of his life. A 48th round draft pick, deals high, the ball and a strike.
Well, he's got a really electric arm, and the ball will cut. The key for the Indians is staying off his curveball, trying to make that curveball thrown for strikes. But when you're trying to catch up to 96, you sometimes react to that curveball.
Here's a 1-1 to Napoli. Out of play right side, strike 2. Chapman ends up going an inning and a third. He allowed 2 runs, struck out 2. Allowed 3 hits, all with 2 out in that 3-run 8th. After taking over for Lester, in line for the win. 2-2. It's Napoli now. Jose Ramirez and Brandon Guyer. There is action for the Cubs in their bullpen. A strikeout starts the 10th. Carl Edwards got a taste of the big leagues last year. And he's getting a taste of a historic Game 7 here in 2016.
Absolutely. You see the cutting action on that, and the guy that we heard from earlier having a hard time controlling his emotions, Rizzo, is so ready to erupt.
Strike one to Jose Ramirez. Indians need a base runner to have a chance. Ramirez 2 for 4 tonight. His hit chased Lester in the 8th. He scored on the double by Geyer. The 0-1. That is fouled on the right field line. Strike 2.
If Carl Edwards was lined up on the line and you had to pick a pitcher, you would never suspect that this guy could throw 97 miles an hour. Fluid arm action and late life.
Ball 1. Ball 2.
I just feel like saying, all the bosses out there, be patient with your employees tomorrow. They're going to be sleep deprived.
A groggy morning. With 1 out, nobody on. Timeout. To Russell. 2 out. The Cubs are 1 out away. And the batter will be Brandon Geyer. Two teams with a combined 176 years of frustration and no world championship. Theo Epstein has been the drought buster. He was in Boston trying to do it in Chicago. 2 out, nobody on. Geyer takes a ball.
Didn't like that first pitch. Go after him. 96-97.
Two and 0. A deep breath for Carl Edwards Jr. 2 balls, no strikes on Geyer.
I just didn't like the first pitch. I mean, I know you start thinking again. That's the thing. Don't think about this is an out or I'm an out away from winning a championship. Just make one pitch at a time. And that first pitch got him a little bit off his game plan. Now 3-0.
It looked like Geyer went up there to take a strike. The first 3 have not been close. On deck is the hero from the 8th inning, Rajai Davis. We've got a 2-run home run to tie it at 6 off Chapman. Can Edwards throw a strike? Yes. A walk to bring the tying run up. Here comes Chris Bosio, the pitching coach, with Rajai Davis coming up. And Miguel Montero trying to guide Carl Edwards Jr. through this 10th. In the 8th, Rajai. Bedlam.
against Edwards, much more difficult to do on cutters away for Davis. So I'm sure Bosio said, listen, come on. Don't pay attention to the guy first. Attack this hitter. And when you get with 2 strikes, maybe then you can kill him with a curveball.
Rajai Davis could tie it with a home run. Geyer will take second if he wishes. Cubs are giving it to him. Ball 1. And down to second is Geyer to take that force out away. No stolen base granted. Into center field, another hit. Here comes Geyer. The throw into second. It's a 1-run game. Davis delivers again. And that's going to be it for Carl Edwards Jr. We've got the first 2, a walk and now an RBI single. With Michael Martinez, the schedule hitter, the switch hitter, and nobody on the bench for Terry Francona here in the 10th inning. This is a 1-run game. Edwards is out. And Mike Montgomery is coming in. He's the winning run at the plate, and you've got a base stealer at first in Rajai Davis.
Decent move out of Montgomery. Not a good arm, Montero. Curveball to light. Look for the ball in the dirt. And if you think you've got the opportunity, steal a bag, because the odds of getting multiple hits here with 2 outs, although the Indians have done it before.
Here's the 0-1. This is going to be a tough play. Bryant, the Cubs with the World Series. Bryant makes the play. It's over. And the Cubs have finally won it all. 8-7-10.